All right. Good morning, my lovely students. Today we are going to have a speaking class, but before starting with this section, we are going to continue our exercises regarding the writing section in your workbooks on page 51. Your workbooks on page 51. We have 3 exercises left regarding writing a story. So we will finish them first and then we will go to the second section of our lesson for today, which is speaking. And for the speaking section, it will be a participation class. I'll take marks in order to put marks for the speaking section. So you guys have to participate with me. For the meanwhile, let's go to our workbooks and solve the exercises in order to proceed with our lesson for today. So let me now share with you the exercise, and if it's not clear enough from the screen, just follow up with me from your books, All right, here we go. I believe that you guys have the screen in front of you now. We'll go to the writing section and exercise number 1 in our workbooks. Who would like to read the instruction and then the words which are in the boxes, and then solve number 1? And I'd like to start with, let me see here, hands. Zena, start, dear.
Complete each phrase with these words. After, at, few, just, same, the. Number one.
Thank you, dear. Just a minute. Okay, just a minute. So now we know that we have to put these words in the blank or in the gaps in order to form phrases which we talked about, which are the sequence, okay, the sequence words or the sequence phrases in order to write our story. So let's start, Yazena, number 1.
A few minutes later.
A few minutes later. Thank you, dear. Let's see. Yes, that's correct. Number 2. And I'll have, let me see here, hands. Okay, after Zaina, I'll take Noor, then Yusuf, then Vicky. Yalla.
In the beginning.
In the beginning. Thank you, dear. Let's see. Yes, Yusuf.
Yes, teacher. After a while.
After a while. Let's see. Yes, dear. And after Yusuf, I said Vicky, right?
تمام.
Yes.
At that moment.
At that moment. Yes. Thank you, dear. Number 5 and 6 will be 4. Let me see here. I will take Rizig and then Diala. Yalla.
Just then.
Just then. Let me see. Yes, yeah. Rizig, thank you. What about you, Diala?
At the same time.
At the same time. At the same time. Okay. Thank you, guys. Let's go to the next exercise, which is exercise number B. Late number. Could you read the instructions, please?
Teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Write a story that begins with this sentence. Maya had always hoped this moment would come 140 and 190 words.
90 words. Thank you, dear. Okay, let's go back to the sentence. We have to write a story that begins with this sentence. What is the sentence? It says Maya had always hoped this moment would come. Okay, so here, who do we have? Who is the character in here? Like?
Maya.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, who is the character in here?
Maya.
Maya, okay. Is this character a male or a female?
Female.
A female, thank you. And look at the sentence, yeah, like one more time. Had always hoped this moment would come. So what can you imagine from this sentence? What does this sentence visualize for you? Okay, can anyone help play?
بس إنه أقول لك شو معناتها يعني ولا إيه؟
No, okay, here we said in order to write a story and they gave us the first, okay, sentence, we have to imagine what is happening in the story. So from the sentence in here, always hope this moment would come. So she was dreaming about something, okay, in order to happen, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So go to sentence number 1. Can you solve it for me, Alay? يلا.
The character was looking forward to something.
So yes, the right answer is was. Why? Because when I say the character wasn't looking forward, it will be wrong because she always, or Maya had always hoped that this moment would come. So she was looking for something in order to become true, to become true. Yes, thank you, Lake. Let's go to sentence number 2 and yalla, let me see hands. I just have 3 hands in here. Oh, Juan, go ahead, dear. Juan, is there anything wrong with your mic?
Hello?
Yes. Okay, dear.
Can
I
you hear
hear
me?
you now. Yes.
Okay, you will write about a positive experience
A positive experience. Why it's not negative, yeah, Juan?
because she always hoped for this moment and she achieved it, so it's supposed to be positive.
Yes. يعني عليكي. Thank you, Juan. Yes, that's correct, dear. Let's go to sentence number 3 here and I'll have. Let me see. فروح سامعيني.
There will be background information about this moment
Why did you choose this answer?
because we're going to write a story about the thing that she hoped for.
يا عين عليكي. Thank you, dear. Let's check it. Yes, they are all correct. Thank you, dears. Let's go to the last exercise regarding our writing section. And here we have a story. Okay, they wrote us a story regarding the sentence that they gave us in the previous exercise about Maya and the moment she hoped for. So here we have 4 paragraphs in our stories, and we have to put the sequence phrases, okay, in order to be in the right order or in the right sequence for our events in order to understand what is our story talking about. So here, let me have a student who can read the instructions and the words which are in the box and start with paragraph number 1. Let me see hands in here. Yes, Rizq, سمعنا. Read the model.
Sorry, and complete it with these words. A minute later, at last, at the moment, in the beginning.
Thank you, dear. Just a minute. Here we have boxes that describe for us, okay, the type of the paragraph or the what will the paragraph include. تمام. So could you continue reading here? Begin with.
Begin with the sentence given and introduce the main character.
Thank you. So what we will be having in our first paragraph, the main character, the introduction, which is the sentence they gave us already, which is Maya had always hoped this moment would come, and we have to be introduced to the main character of the story. Yes, continue, please, dear Maya.
Maya had always hoped this moment would come. In the beginning, when she had begun training with the order astronauts, she had never believed that would choose her for the space mission, and yet here she was on Hermes 3, almost ready to blast off.
Yeah, Alec. Thank you so much, dear. Thank you so much. Who would like to do number 2? Let me see new hands in here. I see after Rizq we have Fadi Sawagid. يلا يا Fadi.
Set the scene and describe the background details.
Okay, so what we will be having in the second paragraph, ya Fadi?
A minute later.
Okay, here, a minute later. Okay,
Everything was ready. She double-checked the controls in front of her and caught the eye of her co-pilot. He was as excited as she was. The command center informed them that conditions were perfect. The countdown began.
Thank you, dear. The countdown began. So here we have to set up the scene and we have to describe background details as we said in the previous exercise, which was in sentence number 3, that we have to put and describe the background details, which are the setting, okay, the time and the place at what was going on. Thank you, Fadi. Let's go to paragraph number 3 here, and I'll have, let me see. After Fadi, Laith, is your mic okay now or what?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, dear. Describe.
Yes. Number 3. At that moment, time stood still for Maya. She tried to concentrate on the numbers.
Concentrate.
Concentrate on the numbers.
Okay. Laith, concentrate.
Yes. Concentrate
Yeah,
on the numbers as they were counted down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plus off. She felt a massive jolt as the spacecraft was lifted into the air. The long journey into space had begun.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. So here in paragraph 3, we inserted at that moment, and we have to describe the feelings of the main character, the feelings of Maya. All right, thank you. And the last paragraph will be for, let me see her. Natalie, يلا يا Natalie.
At last, should I read the box?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Bring the story to an end. At last, the craft entered deep space. Far below, Maya gazed down at Earth, at planet Earth, small and blue. She hoped she would see it again. She was on her way to Mars.
Thank you, dear. Yes, so here when they told us that we have to bring the story to an end, we should insert the word at last because it means, okay, at the end of the story. Thank you, dear. Yes. All right, let's check them. Yes, and they are all correct. But before moving on, I would like to ask you about a couple of vocab in here. What is the meaning of co-pilot?
مساعد
مساعد
الطيار.
الطيار.
مساعد طيار. Yes, thank you, dears. What about the command center? The command center? Does anyone know?
زي مركز التحكم.
يعني عليكي مركز القيادة أو مركز التحكم. Yes. What about the words here? Concentrate.
Focus.
Focus. Yes. Thank you.
تركيز.
التركيز. Focusing. Yes. What about countdown? Counting down. العد التنازلي. Yes, when they said 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. Thank you. What's the meaning of massive?
Huge.
Huge. Very big. Yes, very large. Thank you, dears. What about the word? Let me see here. Here, do we have any new words? Gaze down. And we took this one. Gaze.
Looked down.
Looked down at what? At planet Earth. So where is Maya right now?
In space.
In space, yes. And what's the meaning of she was on her way to Mars?
كانت بطريقها للمريخ.
طريقها
إلى
للمريخ.
المريخ. So Mars is the planet اللي هو إيش؟ المريخ. كوكب المريخ. Thank you. Alright, so here, who can give me a description of his or her own words, okay, regarding the story? What is happening in the story? Can you summarize the story for me? I want a summary of the story. Let me see hands in here. Who would like to summarize the story for me? I have Noor. Go ahead, ya Noor.
It's about a girl named Moya. She had a dream about going in space, and one day it happened. She was trying to concentrate, but it was very difficult for her. She was in space. After she was in space, she looked down and she saw planet Earth.
Thank you, dear. Who else? Juan, would you like to talk?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, go ahead, dear.
There's this girl named Maya. Was her goal in life was to go to Mars, and she achieved it one day. And when she did, she looked to the planet Earth, and she realized how much she achieved.
يا عيني عليكي يا عيني عليكي. Thank you, dears. Yes, with that, we will be done with our writing section. And I hope that everything is okay and you understood everything regarding it. In order to write a good story for me, as I assigned you for your homework, which is on due on Tuesday, I believe, March the 16th. Now, we'll move to our main section, okay, of the lesson for today, which is speaking. And now I want you guys to speak. I want you guys to speak. So let's go and have the questions that I want you guys to talk about here. I believe that everyone got the screen for now, and if it's not clear, you can follow up with me in your student's book, okay, which is on page, 1 minute please, I believe 89.
89.
89.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So question number 1, and here I am going to take participation marks. Work with a partner and answer these questions. I don't want you to work with partners. I believe that you guys prepared some of these questions. So now we are going to discuss it together. Question number 1. How important is it to take care of the natural world? Is the question clear? How important do you think that it is important? Is it important to take care of nature, to take care of the environment around you? Okay, do you think that? And how important is it? تمام, let me see hands. Yeah, I'll take more than one opinion. I'll take more than one opinion. Let's start with Yusuf. يلا يا يوسف.
Okay. In my opinion, it's important because, plants, they reduce air pollution due the photosynthesis process,
Yeah.
and it considered a cure for many diseases. And we have rivers are important for planting and watering the plants.
يعني. Thank you, dear Farah.
Yes, teacher. I think that having a clean nature and a clean environment is essential for our healthy living. Because the more us or people don't care about the environment, the more it will become polluted with toxins that have a harmful impact on our health, like air pollution and water pollution. It can cause respiratory diseases and cancer.
يعني عليكي. Thank you. Juan, go ahead.
Yes, teacher. I think, in my opinion, it is important. We have to make sure that the plants don't get polluted and that the animals that live in the area don't get hurt. Plants are so important in our and in the all the creatures' lives, such as animals, and the more we take care, for the environment, the more better our health gets. The better our health gets. Sorry.
Thank you, dear. Sara Batarse.
Yes, teacher. In my opinion, it's important because everything in the natural world give us something important, such as trees. Trees give us oxygen and take carbon dioxide and give us food, whether it is for humans or animals.
Yes, thank you, dear. Vicky.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
I am your opinion interest in the nature world because of the prince of plant and water because it help with life.
Yes, thank you, dear. What about you, Rimi?
Yes, teacher. Teacher, it's very important actually. No, sorry, which question?
The first one, yes, it is very
Yes,
important. Yes.
yes, it's very important in many ways. Like it's important for our health. We get so many like advantages from nature, such as food, and it's also like important because we should take care of it for animals. You don't want to ruin their home, right?
Yes, dear. All right, thank you. Let's go to the second question here. Is it important to learn about the environment at school? Do you think, in your opinion, is it important to learn? Okay, is it important to have this subject about the environment at school? Why or why not? Why or why not? Let me see hands in here. Okay, I'll take students who didn't answer. Mariana Khlefat.
Yes, it is important to become more familiar with the environment and how to deal with it.
Yeah, and Aleki, thank you. So, in your opinion, it's important to learn this issue in school. Thank you. Who else I'll have in here? Yalla ya Noor.
In my opinion, I think yes, it's very important, especially with young kids, because their impact on the environment can be positive or negative. So it's important to direct them to do the right thing and how to take care of the environment.
يا عيني عليكي يا عيني عليكي زينة زنزون.
Yes, teacher, sure, it's important because we are living on this planet and we should know about it and how to save it.
يا عيني يا عيني رزق.
Yes, it's important because environment education equips learn with the knowledge, skills, and motivation to address complex.
Thank you, Farruh.
I think it is very necessary because school is like our second home, and if the people that are close to us did not teach us about this important subject, no one will.
يا عيني يوسف.
To my mind, it's important because the students must know from a young age what's the important, and that's important in the human life.
And human lives. Yes, thank you. Thank you, dears. Who else? Sarah.
Yes, to learn how to take care of environment because there is a lot of people make it dirty.
Your voice, Sarah, disappeared. Your voice
Oh,
disappeared. Yes, the last
hi,
sentence.
sorry. عيب.
No, no, no. It's okay. The couple last sentences.
Okay, because there is a lot of people make it dirty.
Thank you, dear. What about you, Christine? Christine Schreider.
Yes, it is important because school buildings and grounds must be designed to be free of health and safety hazard and to promote learning. Students have
Promote.
on
Yes.
that students' achievement can be there positively or negatively by the school environment.
يعني عليك. Thank you. What about you, يزن؟ يلا يا جندة.
Yes. I think yes, because children learn almost everything from school, so it's no bad for them to learn how to take care of nature and animals and environment.
يعني هنا.
Yes, miss. Yes, because it is the environment that surrounds us and every individual and every student.
Individual.
Uh-huh. She miss
Individual.
individual and every student learns to take care of it because it gives a beautiful sense, sense, sense scenery,
Scenes.
and without it would not be alive now.
يعني عليك. Thank you. Let's go to the third question in here. Do you think some animal species, what's the meaning of species, guys?
Smart.
Kinds.
Yes, kinds, الفصائل, types, yes, are more intelligent than humans? And which ones, if yes? So here, our question is, in your opinion, do you think that some animal species, some animal kinds are smarter than humans, are more intelligent than humans? And which ones? Let's see answers in here. And here, guys, I would like to add to the question, if you have an experience regarding your answer, so maybe if you have a pet, if you have, okay, an animal, and you think he is smarter than a human being, okay, you can, okay, tell us your experience regarding this. So here, let me see hands, and I'll start with يلا. يلا يا سارة بطارسة.
Yes, I think no, because God gave us different mind than animals.
Thank you, dear. Yes, what about you, Natalie? And remember, there is no right or wrong for this question because it's your opinion. يلا يا Natalie.
I think they're pretty intelligent. Like, I think dogs are pretty intelligent. I have a dog myself, and he is pretty intelligent, but I don't think that they're like more intelligent than humans.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you, dear. Juan.
To me, I have 3 cats, and they are. I feel like they're too pure hearted to be more intelligent than humans. They are intelligent, but not more than humans.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, dear. Noor.
In my opinion, I don't think so. Animals are not smarter than humans, but they have difference in some traits. For example, pigeons. Most humans need several types of maps to get to their destination. On the other hand, pigeons don't. They get to they get from they can return from extremely long distances with no guide or a map.
Thank you, dear. Zena.
Sure, there are, but not. But we can't compare it to the humans. But let me give you one. Ants. Ants have amazing skills, like the way they walk. It looks like the army. Even the people can't stand a few minutes in a row, but we can't compare it to the human.
All right, thank you, dear. This was a very good example. Thank you. Rimi.
Yes, teacher. In my opinion, I don't think we can like decide. We don't know how they think. And there is a professor. He wrote a book. It's called "Are We Smart Enough to Know Who's Smarter?" Something like that.
Uh-huh.
So we're not like we can't actually decide if like the fastest um, living creature on Earth is a animal, right?
Yes, okay.
So we can't compare. Like we don't know how they think.
Okay, thank you, dear. This was a good answer. Rizik.
Thank you.
In my opinion, no, Animals are not intelligent than humans, but dogs, when they live among humans, they can coexist with them and learn from them. So they are more intelligent than other animals.
All right, thank you, dear. Farrokh.
I think the same as my other classmates. They are intelligent, but not as intelligent as the humans, because God differentiate us from animals by giving us the brain that we can like think and do stuff that are like different than animals. But I have an experience when my mom was pregnant with my small sister. We had a dog, and I think that dogs have emotions because the dog used to always lay on my mom's belly when she was pregnant with my younger sister.
Wow, okay.
That's it.
All right, thank you. And thank you for sharing the experience with us. What about you, ya Yusuf?
Of course, yes. There are some animals are more intelligent than humans,
So here we have
such
a different
as
opinion.
bees, because of its arrangement, and the elephant. It's like a friend that don't forget to help him.
Thank you, Vicky.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Some animals have a great deal of intelligence and details.
Intelligence. And okay,
In-
Vicky.
intelligence,
Intelligence.
and the ability to learn and respond to thing or word. But humans are smartest because they have a mind.
Okay, humans are smarter because they have minds, they have brains. Yes, thank you, dear. Who would like to add anything else? Who would like to add to this question? All right, let me ask you, what about dolphins? What about dolphins? Juan.
Teacher, dolphins are one of the most intelligent creatures, but I don't think that we can compare it to the human intelligence.
So they have a large ability to learn, صح? While
Yes, they
training.
can learn from, but humans teach the dolphins, so I don't think they are more intelligent.
يعني عليكي. Yusuf.
The dolphins can learn to make things faster than the people.
All right, okay. What about you, Farah?
I think the same thing. Dolphins are pretty smart and clever, but they learn all this from humans. The person that teach them how to do stuff, and they learn pretty fast.
Okay, another question. Um, uh, we say that we look like, or the most animals, okay, which look like humans are monkeys or
Monkeys.
chimpanzees. Yes, monkeys. What do you think about that? Remy, you said monkeys, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, can
Um,
you? Okay, yes, talk, dear.
I think like they look like us, like in like common things, not everything.
Okay.
One time they couldn't like know if this is a fingerprint, like a human fingerprint, or a monkey fingerprint. So I think like we only look alike in things, not think the same.
Okay, thank you. Noor, your opinion?
I think monkeys are smart because a long time ago they sent a monkey to space. So I think they're smart, but not that smart.
Thank you for the information. Zena.
Sure, not smart like us, but a lot of studies said that the human was a monkey in the past, but also we can't compare to the human.
Yes, to the intelligence of a human being. Thank you, dear. Juan.
Yes, teacher. Uh, I saw a lot of videos of monkeys acting a lot like humans. They open boxes or bags just like we do. They act, they walk really like they are smart enough. But I don't think we can compare it to the human intelligence.
Thank you, dear. Farah.
Yes, teacher. Actually, I read about this yesterday, and chimpanzees are the closest living relatives to us humans, and we share with them 99% of our DNA.
Wow, that's an interesting information. Thank you, dear. Would anyone like to add anything? Yusuf?
There are some parts in our bodies are same in monkey's body.
Okay.
I think, but the human are smarter, certainly.
Okay, thank you. All right, regarding our questions, would anyone like to add anything else before we end our lesson? Because unfortunately, time is almost up. Yes, no, maybe?
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
All right, I enjoyed the class. It was a very informative and interesting class. Thank you, dears. Thank you, guys, for the one who participated today. For next class, which is on Monday, we will start our new unit, which is unit number 8, with the title Media Matters. So please prepare the reading section, which is on pages, let me see in here, 95, 96, and 97 in your student's book. Prepare them in order to be familiar with what we are going to discuss for next class. Thank you again for this lecture or for this lesson, and you guys have a nice weekend.